sometimes where I am in, I don't see that. Sometimes I don't belong, and therefore I think my future sometimes is get me worrying. Sometimes I do feel like I'm in a stack of, have this responsibility. Sometimes I do feel sometimes there is no growth of me or for organization. My name is Dursa. I am from Ethiopia. I am one of the co-founder of Spark 15. The mission of Spark is supporting young people so everyone they can live with dignity.
So Spark 15 is a migrant-led organization, people who lived experience. Because these are the people who know their problems, they face the same challenges, and they know exactly what their friends want, what their siblings, they know the lived experience.
I believe that being a refugee-led organization is incredible because, it's about knowing in the first person what your needs are and what the gaps in the systems are. It's about empowerment, it's about the resources that are meaningful to each and every individual, and trying to give them the information they need to just move on and create the life they deserve.
Journey is not that's something that you tell as stories with a smile. It can be really, really deeply pain. I never really planned to leave the country for long, but then of course it wasn't my plan to come to Europe. We move with the human traffic, without passport, without any document, and there is no guarantee involving. Crossing desert, which is like 2 weeks or 1 month, without less food, without less eat. And by the time you make it to somewhere like border Libya, a lot of people gone, and you barely move. End up in prison. We spent a few months in prison, and then figuring out how we can cross. So we escaped from the prison, basically in Libya with few people, and then Mediterranean, and then end up in Malta. If I'm not pass of Mediterranean, I'm die. Simple as that. So putting that choice on my life, which is like the guarantee is 50-50. So if I'm not crossing, spent it about 9 months in detention, in sort of prison. At the time, I have no idea what I'm doing. And, I don't speak language, not either English or Maltese. And so my mom always said, you need to keep fight, but also don't forget, if the door is closed, windows open, and the opportunity always hanging in somewhere, but you have to find a way to get it. I was 3 months having one English class. That kind of helped me. So my purpose was at the time, just to learn English. I come over it, honestly. It was really a struggle for me until I get to know the communities, until I started building a Spark. focus in this three main category of Spark, which is education. Of course, we support academic English, supporting students to go to universities and college. And of course, we focus on the integration, holding so many different activities, bringing different people together. So the idea of involving community into this project, which helping protecting environment together. Whatever affects the society is affecting us. So we count ourselves in the society. Whatever affects neighbors is affecting you. The moment of seeing people working together, I think that help even mentally and socially as well. So I think it's really nice and seeing different people working together. When it comes to sport, we don't expect much, honestly. Like bringing people, having fun, making friends. But then, of course, also the football is a language of integration.
Football is a language because at the end of the day, you will understand what someone is saying. Even if you speak, I don't know which language, and I'm there and I ask you to pass the ball, you will understand my language. So it's a way of communicating.
I think since I come to Malta, I play football 2 times, and the third time was with the Spark. I was way more into work. I didn't have the time to play football. For the first time playing with the Spark was quite interesting for me and so fun. Since I arrived at the pitch, everybody was so nice to me, and I feel like I was very involved.
I think football always has been, very connecting, very engaging, releasing stress, and also helping mentally and physically. We met these people new arriving from the sea 2-3 days ago, and we started playing football. The stress of the sea, the depression, gone. We're having fun. It's as if you never see any problem. I honest. You don't see that people come from stress. That moment is collecting us. That moment is inspiring us.
Yes, there are so many challenges. Someone tells you their story, then you feel like you are helpless,
We do push up there in fighting way how we can build ourselves with the right people, and how we can change, how we can help even to the policymakers. We put our voice up there, but ultimately the problem is beyond us.
We formed this steering committee to specifically tackle some issues which is faced by the refugees, migrants, and the third country nationals in Malta. One of them is the 10-day rule. 10-day rule states that an employee that is the third country national here in Malta has only 10 days to find employment once you lose your employer or employment with the current employer. So if he fires you today, you will have 10 days to find another job. I mean, by the time you finish interview process, 10 days is over, which means you'll be deported. And this one has been used by so many employers to exploit people. Family reunification between the refugees, the migrants, the third country nationals, the law is not so much clear. There is a certain set of amount of money you need to have in the account, which the locals themselves, they don't even earn that amount of money. So in other words, if you are a third country national or refugee, the chances of you having your family being with you is almost zero. The third issue we want to discuss about is the issue of citizenship. The law is very clear. After 5 years, you are entitled to have a long-term residence. But it's on the discretion of the minister to give you citizenship or no. If he say no, he doesn't have to give any reason. That is it. There are people who have been in Malta for 20 years and they have never gotten their citizenship. We are really optimistic that we will achieve something for sure.
we are establishing family organization, which I support you, you support me. That's why, the trust we build in community. It's like, we see ourselves, we're surrounded with the community, and we're surrounded with the families.
Spark 15 is a family, and it is a family because everybody in Spark 15 care. Because if you are a refugee, you don't have a family nearby, and you need a family. You need a family in the concept that, in the most pure form, someone that cares about your mental well-being, that you have the right resources, that you can find a job, that you can fulfill your dreams. When you get to a place, you need friends. You need a sense of belonging, and you need, all sorts of other things to ensure that you can actually understand what you can do, what is accessible.
Seeing back in where we started in a very small room, in a very small group, today, we are professionally handling many areas. It is worth it for me. Yes, it is worth it. As a community, having this park and the people who actually lived in that condition. So therefore, when I come out for that position, okay, I can't just sit and watch. There is something that I can contribute. There's something I can give back. There's something that I can, encourage. I think I'm living the best if I'm making impact. I'm here to make a change. My future sometimes just get me worrying, but just saying keeping the positive, any opportunity approach, I'm ready to knock it. I really want to actually have an impact on my communities where I grew up, giving or mentoring or and creating better system, better opportunities for that people as well. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day. It is my dream to create. Yeah, eventually I will one day.